everybody, approaching 9:32, and as the self-proclaimed sickest crew of their high school, this group of friends go into their high school reunion with something to prove. Take a look.
How are we doing on business? Why, you look like you're about to tell me something I don't want to hear. Tell me something good, man.
Look, dog, I hate to be the wolf of bad news, bro, but...
Hold on. The what?
The wolf of bad news? You know, like the bear of bad news, but a wolf instead, because it's worse?
Bro, no, it's the bearer of bad news. It's not a bear of...
Yeah, I don't think so, bro. But going back to the cells are, they're pretty down right now, dog.
What seems to be the ish?
This is hilarious. That's a look at the real bros of Simi Valley. The series, which has fun with the whole reality show genre, is now a movie. Joining us is actor, comedian, writer, and director who's been there from the beginning, Jimmy Tatro. Hey, welcome.
What's going on?
How's it going?
That's got to be hilarious to film together.
Yeah. There's moments that get a little bit ridiculous.
Does it take a bit to get through a scene? Obviously, you're professional.
Well, it has to happen so fast.
Yeah.
People would think there's a lot more bloopers than there are because it's like we don't really have the luxury of, you know, messing up and laughing about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we don't have much time.
Yeah.
We gotta go. But there are still a lot of bloopers.
Can we talk about the journey? Because you self-financed this from the beginning, right? It was a 15-minute show on YouTube, then a 30-minute show, and now it's a movie. Kind of talk about the journey and how it kept expanding and getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, so I mean, it originally started as a YouTube series.
Yeah.
My writing partner, Christian Pierce, and I originally did it, like I was doing a video every week on YouTube, and we wake up on Tuesday and go, okay, what are we doing next week? Mm-hmm. And that's tough, you know, to write and produce and do all that just on a weekly basis. So we started thinking, like, what can we do that's more of a series? How can we knock out like 4 videos in one shoot? So we did this just kind of as a spoof on reality shows. Mm-hmm. We were getting a kick out of the fact that nothing can really happen in a reality show, but if you add dramatic music and zooms, you can make anything look like drama. So we kind of made a 4-episode series just based on nothing happening. And then people really loved it, and we were able to turn it into like a 15-minute series with 10 episodes, and then it became a 30-minute series with 10 episodes. And now it's turned into a movie.
So sick.
And it's really just been, a fan response that has just kind of caused us to keep going.
Is part of that from social media?
Yeah.
And was that intentional, like putting those clips on and hoping they go viral?
It was, yeah. I think, you know, we take like little clips from the show and put them out there. I didn't expect the baby fight clip to get as big as it did. There's a really famous clip from the show where one of my best friends is trying to fight my 1-year-old baby, which has like really gone all over social media in a major way. But not all of the moments were expected. It's funny, some of them blew up and we weren't even expecting it. Like there's one clip of this guy saying like, I'm straight up not having a good time, which has become like a super used meme, and that's not something that we thought was gonna happen.
What's the backstory here, for those who don't know, about what it's all about, right? And then take us to the movie, which is really a look back at your reunion. Mm-hmm. So but tell people what it's about to begin with.
So the show is about a group of like 10 deadbeat friends from high school who have never really accomplished anything, and all they talk about is how awesome high school was. They live in Simi Valley. It's kind of like a parody on the bro culture out there. There's a lot of lifted trucks, a lot of like, you know, those glasses that look like they were ripped off of a transformer. So we couldn't do a show that's about a group of people that talk about high school that much without covering their high school reunion. Mm-hmm. So when we found out we had the opportunity to make it as a movie, it was like, what's the best movie concept? They get invited to their high school reunion.
That's so good.
And immediately are super excited, and then they run into another squad from high school that's now killing it way harder than them. Yeah. And they all go on journeys to become the sickest versions of themselves in order to flex on all their old classmates at their 10-year high school reunion.
Did you go to yours?
I did, yeah. Got some research done.
That's so embarrassing when people are happy to see you, but you're like taking notes about what losers they are, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't taking notes the whole time, but I did. We had this idea when I was there, so I was kind of soaking it all in. But it was just such a high school reunion. Like, everything about it was like.
Was this recent?
This was like it got delayed because of COVID. I was actually in the class of 2010.
Oh. Okay.
So it was supposed to be in 2020.
Okay.
And it got delayed to 2021.
Right.
But it was so there was the kid that had all the parties in high school was like, I'm having a party.
Of course.
And we were like, this is perfect. And he was like, it's at my parents' house. We're like,
Yeah.
this is even more perfect.
Right.
And we all like
Does he
showed
still
up.
live at home? Is that why?
No, he doesn't, but he just was like having a party at my parents' house. And we all like beat him to the house and we're like waiting in his front yard.
Right.
We're like 30, you know. I'm
With
like,
the red
this is-
cups and
yeah,
ready
like,
to go?
What do they
this is
think
such a
about-
high school reunion.
What do they think about you? What do they think when they're at the reunion, right? Because you're there. They know what you're doing.
Yeah.
They know what your show is about.
I had a lot of the same conversation
Yeah.
over and over again. Yeah, it was nice to see everybody, but like when they know what you're doing,
I know.
it gets a little like, okay.
How much based on real life is this? Like when you sit with your friends and you're writing, you're like, oh my gosh, let's make this dude like Jeremy who keeps talking about X, Y, Z. You know what I mean?
There's a lot like, you know, there's a whole bit in the movie where we make fun of like podcasters. There's a lot that's kind of pulled from real things that are going on that we feel need to be made fun of. Especially right now, the podcast bro is something that has really just gotten out of hand. So
Everybody has a podcast.
They've all got advice now. You know, it's like you get a podcast and then it's like you feel that you can now stand above and speak to everyone from a standpoint of advice. So we kind of make fun of that with one of the characters who goes on this morning routine journey. He gets a cold plunge. He gets a podcast.
Nice.
He checks all those boxes.
Nice. Can I tell you before we go that your voice is epic?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Have you been told that?
I've been told that it's a little deper in the morning. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's about like an octave deeper before 11 a.m.
Got it.
But I do a lot of animated stuff. I've played a lot of animated monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They always
love
want
it.
me roaring for some reason in the
Great.
booth.
You're a
Okay.
pleasure.
Well,
Come
yeah.
back and
Give
talk about
us a
college
roar.
with
Go
us,
ahead,
okay?
Give a roar. Give us a roar. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can watch The Real Bros of Simi Valley, the movie now on Roku.